AI is yet to fundamentally change the way I do my work as an accountant day to day. But the worst thing I can do right now is be dismissive of it with my clients. Because that's what they expect, right? You're the accountant. You're gonna be the stick in the mud.
Okay, AI's never gonna do a tax return. I'd like to see it reconcile this account. Wake me up when it'll get Dave to stop putting chicken wings on the company card, okay?
But here's the thing. AI marketing, this whole wave, it is unlike anything else right now. And we can lean into it, not in a scummy way, but just to start the AI conversation with our clients so that they know that we are gonna keep on top of putting AI to work responsibly for them. But I can tell you right now, the reason you're not gonna do it,
Well, I'm not an AI expert.
let you in on a secret about AI experts. Here's the thing, the AI experts, they're not accounting experts, they're not tax experts. They don't have the domain expertise to apply AI stuff to the problems that your clients have. So who's gonna do it? You're gonna do it. And if you've watched this channel for the last 3 months, honestly, the AI stuff we've done, you're gonna be at like the 99th percentile of normies on your understanding of AI. Now, you don't have to hold yourself out as an AI expert. I think that's the trap. All you gotta do is share the journey. I learned this cool thing. Here's a few things I've done with my clients that have helped them with AI. That's it, because the AI experts aren't gonna do it. So without further ado, here are 4 ways you can impress your clients with cool AI stuff right now. Okay, and the fourth one, you could probably build like an entire accounting practice around it. How about chatting with your accounting ledger? So here's how you stand this up. You say to the client, hey, I can connect you with a chatbot that could see into your accounting ledger. It'll let you do stuff like ask about recent financials, ask about account balances, trends over time, something you can use 24/7 on your phone, on your computer. Is that something that would be helpful for you? I'm still gonna be here to answer questions, but when you sit up in the middle of the night and realize repairs and maintenance went up a suspicious amount, and my business partner just got a new riding mower, you can look into it right there. You got access. You don't have to wait for you to respond to emails. It's a cool novel thing that's leaning into kind of the chat trend right now. It's something you can even put on your landing page. Ultimately, it's about separating yourself from 99% of other firms, and it is not hard. It just isn't. Not hard to separate yourself. Now, the easiest way to get this set up today, gonna be Digit, something that we've talked about already. They've got this chat assistant. All you gotta do is connect it to a QuickBooks file. They recently just rolled out the ability to like ask follow-up questions and have this whole kind of ongoing dialogue with your ledger. Just remember, don't fall in love with it.
Dating your computer?
She's not just a computer.
Okay, second way to dazzle your clients, how about a domain chatbot? So last week at CatCon in Pasadena, California, one of the biggest sponsors was CatGPT, a chatbot that talks to you like a cat. And it's every bit as weird as it sounds. Introducing GPT for CatGPT's meowest, sassy, all-knowing systems. Look, there's like several models. Chat is just a thing right now, whether you like it or not. But if you think about what are the struggles for the people in the spaces that you support right now, as we shared in a recent video, actually I'll put it right up here, it's super easy to build custom ChatGPT experiences. So for example, if I work with financial advisors, Secure 2.0, huge bill, massively impacts the way that they work. I can connect that legislation to a chatbot, give access to it to my clients, and that's actually a super helpful way to comb through really big legislation is to chat with it. Is there anything in there about this or that? If so, give me the citation. Think about whether there's something in the domains that you support that could be enhanced with like a chat experience like this. Third, how about a meeting recorder? Now, this is not rocket surgery, people. What we're gonna do is we're gonna say, hey, we're using this new AI meeting assistant. It's gonna sit in with us in our meetings. It's gonna get you access to transcripts. It's gonna be searchable. You can chat with it. It's even gonna shoot you a little email of follow-up items after our call. Now, right now, the biggest resistance to meeting recorders is like that kind of big brother feeling of like, wait, there's this thing that's in there on my calls. And this is kind of flipping the script to say like, no, this is actually gonna be an asset to you. Now you're gonna have record of these conversations. It's gonna be a really easy way for you to interact with them. Ask like, did I talk with my accountant about this or that? And it's all enabled by the quality of those AI transcripts. Now, the easiest bolt-on tool for this right now, it's a tool called Fireflies. It'll work with your Zoom, with your Teams, wherever you wanna do these meetings. You pull Firefly in, it'll send out summaries to all the people who are in the meeting. It just makes you look like you're approaching this stuff in a more intelligent way. Fourth one here, honestly, I would probably build like an entire part of my firm around, but first, you wanna talking about like looking better than 99% of other firms and how it's not a high bar. Big culprit here, not having a solid online presence. That is the ability for a client to like log into a portal and do stuff. Today's sponsor, Copilot, they're gonna make that as easy as possible for you to look like a big brain, razzle dazzle, super cool internet-enabled accounting firm. Copilot now works with a whole ton of accounting firms. It is the modern client portal for service businesses, and it gives you flexibility to really make it whatever you want it to be. I have long said that the holy grail for accounting firms is having a place where a client can log in, buckle up, get ready for this, log in, and change their address. That would be a triumph, right? I'm making a note here, huge success. And ultimately, a huge percentage of what we do is tracking down people for information, getting them to give it to you in an organized way. But because we don't give them a clear channel to do this through, it's just a total crapshoot. They're texting you stuff, they're emailing you stuff. And we have, I think, explored a lot of portals sometimes, maybe been disappointed, maybe those portals were too restrictive. Buddy, that is the beauty of Copilot. You can customize the whole thing to show whatever sections you want. You can even embed other tools into Copilot for your clients. And then you can automate the crap out of it. Every time this happens, trigger this other workflow. Pretty cool. Learn more about this one in the link in the video description. Okay, fourth way that you're gonna dazzle your accounting clients. You're gonna actually put it to work for them. You're gonna deploy it in their business. So we get super fixated on how all of this stuff and this change that may or may not come impacts accounting firms. But just as big of a deal is how all that change impacts your clients. If it doesn't ultimately disrupt my accounting firm, but it disrupts all of my clients, that is equally problematic. And the solution, just like everything else that ever happens in this space, is to just become an expert, is to learn some version of it. Just like we did with cloud accounting, with COVID relief, you put on the old cape and accountants solve the problem. AI is gonna be no different. So for all of the people that are confused and spooked about AI, the way I cut through all of that is just with practical examples of how to put it to use. I try to be like, hey, here's a few things you can actually do. This is what we can be doing for our clients. So you understand the very nuanced problems that your clients have. Start thinking about how could we build like a ChatGPT prompt, or how could a meeting assistant help with this sort of thing? You build a few sort of killer use cases for AI in your clients' businesses, and it gives you an awesome talking point to go out there and start talking about what you do, going on podcasts, guest writing people's newsletters in the space. And remember, you don't have to hold yourself out as an AI expert here. All you're doing is sharing what you've learned. That's it. So if you build this custom ChatGPT experience that's connected to a new bit of legislation or a bunch of cannabis legislation for your cannabis clients, something like that, you can go out there and you can talk about this thing that you built, but you can also talk about it's actually pretty easy to build, and there may even be like, a way for you to build something like this internally that's valuable. All we're doing is sharing what we're learning along the way. And then when those people find out, wow, like who's the person behind it? Excuse me, they're an accountant? All my accountant does is golf, but there's like a lot of self-limiting stuff here. So every time you kind of talk yourself back from like, who am I to do that? Think about the other side of the coin. You've seen AI experts talk about how this stuff is going to impact the ways that we worked, and you can see how out of touch a lot of that stuff is. So who is better to get this stuff in front of your clients? You or the people talking way up here that don't know anything about the problems they face every day? Welcome to accounting, where accounting or tax brings them in the door, and then before you know it, you're solving absolutely everything for them. If you're just getting started with all this stuff, I actually just put together a new AI playlist. I'll put it right here. It's content across this main channel and my daily podcast that will take you from total noob, honestly, to like 99th percentile of the kind of folks in the SMB space. Consider if this is something you could share with your team to kind of start those conversations in a positive way. Beep boop, stay away, robots.